I kept being worried that I was going to be missing client tasks. Not because I was lazy or disorganized, I was being organized in all the wrong places and writing things in a very scattered way. I had a core master to-do list and a to-do list for each of my clients. Whenever I had to update a to-do list for my clients, I sometimes forgot to transfer the task to my master to-do list. This was okay when I had one or two clients. However, as my to-do list became more and more complex and my business started to grow and I got more clients, this was a recipe for disaster because I just couldn't keep everything in my head anymore. No wonder I was stressed and going to bed worried about my to-do list. So I rebuilt my entire Notion to-do system, and now everything is clean, organized, and I don't go to bed stressed out of my mind, worried that I'm going to miss something for a client or mess something up. So, the problems. The main thing was that my to-do list was spread across multiple pages. Initially, I did this because I didn't want my one client to see what I'm doing for another client. So I would have a to-do list for each of my clients in a client hub where it was tasks only relevant to them and their business. It was not always used, but it was just more of a catch-all, something basic I had to do that didn't fit into the client's planner or system. Then I had my master to-do list, which also included everything from all my clients and also things I had to do for my own business. So this was the idea of a consolidated to-do list. Problem was, if I updated something on a client page, I created so much work for myself to constantly drag it to my master to-do list and fit it into a place where it had to go, when it should be done, and so forth. And it was just that things could easily slip through the cracks if I didn't transfer it and delete it from the one page to the other or update the master to-do list. It wouldn't automatically update the client to-do list. The next problem was that everything I created didn't have a due date. So it was more that I kept on saying like, here's Monday, this is what I have to do for this week. And it was kind of living in my head. So I was just like, oh, this task has to be done by Wednesday. Oh, this task has to be done by Thursday next week and so forth. And again, that just creates a lot of mental overhead. The other problem with my current master to-do list is that there's no planning for anything more than this week or next week. So if I had a task that I need to be reminded of doing it at the end of the month, for instance, there was nothing that I could just do now. I just had to go in a bucket called the future, a disaster waiting to happen. This toggle for future things that I wanted to do never got open. It was things like courses I wanted to take, other lessons I wanted to do, websites I wanted to check out, a dump for everything I would like to do in the future. And I was constantly seeing this future thing there and it was bugging me because it's just like it was never going to get planned and I was never looking at it. The other problem is that I actually tried to create this master to-do list system in the past, but I didn't have enough clients then and I didn't really know how I was going to manage all my to-dos when I did have clients. So I had this amazing table that I started to build and I just never used it. So there was two systems that I tried and they just didn't work. So from all of this, you can probably gather that I just had no centralized overview of what I had to do. Everything was living in my head. And this was causing me a lot of stress because whenever I opened my weekly to-do list with next week and my future and this table, it was like I had so many to-dos, they were just floating everywhere. So what is the goal for the new system I'm trying to build? I want a centralized hub, which is basically going to be a database where I can put everything at once. So I want to put my personal, my business, my client work, everything in one database. And then this database must be able to be used in my client hub because I want to be able to filter on the client and lock that view essentially. So they can only see a live version of like what I'm doing for their business, but it won't be editable by them. So I'm protecting my other clients. This way, I don't need to go update things in two places. And that will save me so much time and energy. Since I'm also going to be doing client work, I need a way to track my time, and I am very aware that there are tools for this. You get tools to do your time tracking and your invoicing. Since I've already kind of built everything in Notion, it's just nice for me to do it in Notion with my to-do list, and I don't have to keep switching apps. And I find if I switch apps, it's kind of like my brain jumps to other things I have to do. So I like keeping everything in one place. The tasks I also schedule need to be able to have due dates. I also really like to have the ability to see this week and next week's tasks. So whatever I'm building, I want to be able to see that this is for the current week, this is for the next week, and I want those as two separate views just so that it gives me an idea of how busy I will be in this week and the next week. So I also thought about future updates that I do not want to implement now because I actually want to first test if the system really is solving the problem for me. And the one is gamification, like make my to-do list fun, maybe assign points to a task, and if I complete a task, I kind of build up these points, and if I get to a certain level, I get to do something fun for myself, because otherwise you just live your life in to-dos and it's not always that fun. I mean, obviously, if you enjoy the work you are doing, that's great, but it can also be a bit like I'm just working all the time with no reward. So how did I do this? The first thing I did was just to build a blank database, and I am using the name column as name for the task. Then I created a single select column which will describe what the area is for this task. Is it for my business or is it for my personal life? Like I said, this is a master to-do list, so everything needs to be in here. Then I have a date column, which is just the due date. Then I have a status column. So for this, I don't know yet if I'm going to keep it as a single select for not started, in progress, or done. I kind of like the idea of having a checklist or a checkbox, so I can just tick it off and it will kind of cross out the name. But at the same time, I also work on things that go from one day to the next, depending on feedback I'm getting from clients and so forth. So it would be nice to save to myself if something's in progress, to give myself an idea that I actually am working on it instead of just moving it to the different days. But I will see how this works, and I'll probably refine it in the future depending on what I find the best. Then I have a priority column, which I honestly don't always use, but sometimes it's just nice to assign a priority. So anything where I don't see the priority filled in, I know not like a high priority is something I need to do. And when I see the priority flag, it just gives me direction for the day. Then I have a linked database, which is for my clients. So this database I'm linking to, I have my client hub, as I explained in a previous video, where I just list all my clients, basically like my customer relationships management system. And this links to the client from there, so I don't have to make a new selection or something for clients and be scared that I miss a client. And then I have this time taken column, and this is only really filled in if I do a task for a client. I don't really track how long it takes me to do things for my own business, but this is for my clients if I need to build them and make sure that I only work within the agreed hours of our contract. What I also added here is a weekly status column and a week due column, a current week column, and a day. I created a current week column, and this basically, if you look at the formula, just gets today's date and it gives me the week number of this week or of the date of today. Then I have the week dues week number. So that basically takes the due date and it takes that due date and makes the due date the number of the week for the due date as well. And then I use these two numbers to create a weekly status for myself. So if the week due is not filled in, for instance, so basically if there's no due date, it will say that the task is for the future because I haven't assigned it yet. If the week due is less than the current week, it means that the task was actually in the past. If the week due is equal to the current week, this means the task needs to happen in my this week view. And if the week due is in the current week plus one, so basically in the next 2 weeks, then it goes to next week. And if that doesn't happen, then it goes to the future. So this means I can see anything that happened in the past in a view. And this also allows me to build the two views that I'll show you just now, where I have this week and next week. I also have a day column here, which helps me in my views. I want to group my tasks per day. So I want to see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this week I need to do all of these tasks. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, and I'm still debating this because this is a formula where I basically take the date that I currently have and I just get the day written. I can't just move tasks from one day to the next. Say I take a task from here to here, it won't adjust the due date. It won't actually work because I'm not working by due date. So I'm actually causing a problem. So if you actually create a board view and you actually just group it by the due date, you actually get a pretty decent thing, but it shows you like the last 7 days, yesterday, today, tomorrow, next 7 days. And this is where my problem comes in. I don't really care about too much about the last 7 days, yesterday, and so forth. I really care about today. I care about tomorrow and not the next 7 days. I want to be able to see my daily plan. I'm trying to figure out if there's a good way to do this. If you have ideas, please let me know in the comments because I would really appreciate that. Then I have my next week, as I explained. It's pretty much anything that won't work in this week that we'll have to go over, and it's all the tasks that get assigned to next week in my weekly status. I will refine this as I go along, and that's the point of building a system, in my opinion, to just see what you're doing, what could be improved, and how your brain really works, and see what is causing you some friction. So my new system is definitely not perfect, but I do think it is a great step in the right direction to consolidate everything that I'm doing. And I already feel like I've been able to kind of reclaim some of the mental space that I've been wasting on stressing about things I need to do and things slipping through the cracks. And I think that is the key takeaway here. If your system is making you feel more stressed instead of being productive, it's probably time to change it. One tip from me would be to remember that whatever you build needs to work for your brain, your workflows, your priority, and also your tasks and also the way you work. So that would be my tip from today. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.